Good morning, State Line. First Warning Meteorologist Ryan Belz here, giving you a live update on the snow that we've seen since yesterday afternoon. We did have a little bit of a lull in the action late yesterday afternoon and into the early evening hours. It then picked up in intensity as we went overnight and into early this morning. Still looking at a little bit of snow on radar, and that'll continue to be the story as we go throughout the morning hours before it starts to taper off. So what can we expect as we continue on with this winter storm? Storm starts to taper off as we go throughout the morning and into the afternoon hours. Still a few flurries possible throughout the afternoon under mostly cloudy skies. What's going to be certain, though, throughout the rest of today and into your Sunday are the winds. It's going to be downright blustery, with winds sustained 15 to 25 miles an hour, gusting upwards of 30 to 35 miles an hour, creating for some blowing and drifting snow. Treacherous travel concerns are the story today. So if you have to head out, take it slow. Roadways are not the greatest throughout the area, even though the plows are out in full force. It's going to get bitterly cold as well, with those winds gusts upwards of 30 to 35 miles an hour. Wind chills down near -5 to -10 tonight, and then again throughout your Sunday and into early portions of Monday. Snow accumulations across the state line. We're getting reports of anywhere from 3 to 6 inches. Some higher amounts where we're already starting to see some of that blowing and drifting snow. Snow totals here at the studio here in Rockford reported 6 inches just outside the studio this morning when I went out to measure. Rock Falls, just over 5 inches, right about 5.5 inches, and 5 inches being reported so far in Freeport. If you have a snowfall amount from your backyard, we'd love to hear it. Be sure to send it to us at weather@wtvo.com. Satellite and radar does show the snow from last night starting to diminish as we start in western portions of the viewing area, already starting to see decreasing amounts of that snow, and that'll continue to be the story as we go throughout the morning hours. That snow will start to taper off to just a few flurries, even though we had some decent snowfall overnight. Taking a look here at the winter storm warning that is still in effect throughout the entire viewing area until noon today. While the snow is starting to taper off, we're going to be dealing with that blowing and drifting snow throughout the day today. Best chance to continue to see any snow the next few hours. It's going to start to taper off, but the concern's still out there for blowing and drifting snow, creating for treacherous travel. With all of that said, we will most certainly give it a moderate weather risk today, not only for the blowing and drifting snow as the snow starts to taper off, but it's going to get cold and windy. Wind chills down into the negatives, -5 to -10. Definitely possible later today and throughout your Sunday. Our Mercy Health sky cam overlooking downtown Rockford this morning. We're starting off in the teens, 17 degrees. But thanks to that north wind already sustained at 21 miles an hour, feels closer to 0. Teens and a few 20s across the board this morning. Good morning, DeKalb, 22, 16 in Janesville, 12 in Monroe, as well as in Galena, and it's only going to get colder. We are some 10 to 12 degrees throughout portions of the area, colder than this time yesterday morning for your Friday morning, and we're going to continue to be in the teens and a few low 20s throughout the day today. But then it's going to get even colder as we go into your Sunday. Winds across the board are sustained upwards of the low 20s, gusting closer to the upper 20s to near 30 miles an hour, and near 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts can't be ruled out this afternoon. It's going to be downright blustery, and it's going to get cold as well. Make sure you are bundled up if you have to head out the door. And if you have to head out, take it slow. Blowing and drifting snow going to cause some treacherous travel concerns. Even when I was coming in this morning, quite a bit of blowing and drifting snow across the roadways, making it very hard to stay in your lane. And with that said, we'll give it red lights, not only for the morning commute and the evening commute. I recommend if you do not have to go out, don't until the roadways get clear. The plows are out there doing their jobs. And the good news is Futurecast shows that snow chance diminishing as we go throughout the day. Few flurries possible. Light scattered snow shower can't be ruled out for eastern portions of the viewing area. We're looking at the chance for a little bit of lake effect snow off Lake Michigan. Much of that should stay closer to the Chicago area, but can't rule it out for eastern portions of us. As we go into your Sunday, we'll start off the day partly cloudy. Going into the afternoon, though, clouds build back in. Western portions of the viewing area have a slight chance to see a few flurries. Much of the day, though, should just be partly to mostly cloudy. And we're going to continue to see the cold air the next few days. Highs today in the low 20s. Much of the day, though, will be in the teens. We'll give it a moderate weather risk as that snow starts to taper off. Blowing and drifting snow likely throughout the afternoon and into the evening hours tonight. Down near 3 degrees, but with wind chills, it's going to feel closer to -5 to -10. Still dealing with that blowing and drifting snow with gusts upwards of 30 to 35 miles an hour. Highs tomorrow only topping out near 14, but it is not going to feel like it under partly to mostly cloudy skies. 7-day forecast shows the cold air and the slight chance for some snow continues into early next week. We'll only be talking about 17 degrees by the time we get to your Martin Luther King Jr. Day starting off the new week. 29 by Tuesday with the slight chance for some snow early, then changing over to a little bit of mixed precipitation. From our window world, from your window, we'd love to see your weather pictures, just like me out there measuring the snow this morning. Send them to us at weather@WTVO.com. We'd love to see all of your snow pictures. Do so safely, though, and you might just see a few of them on air. It's going to continue to be cold the next few days, and the chance for snow continues into early next week. But for now, meteorologist Ryan Belz reporting live from the First Warn Weather Center. We'll toss it back to Good Morning America.